All right, y'all. My name is Jackson Eli. How y'all doing?
Right.
Thanks for having me. Thanks, Jay, for having me again. Appreciate it. This is an original song about heading down to the Comal River. I've been a real good redneck all my Texas life. Got a big old 44 bird dog and a trophy wife. But she took me down that highway, honky-tonkin' around. Now I'm oh so lonely in this two-bit Texas town. So I'm heading to the Comal to change my point of view. Gonna drink beer in a bottle and probably get real nude. Rent out a tube, ride the chute, who knows just what I'll do. I'm heading to the Comal to forget about you. But when the deer get in your headlights, there's no turning around. And you can't trust a woman who's a hell-raising party hound. There ain't no jingle in my jangle, just that old lonesome sound. Now I'm so heartbroken in this two-bit Texas town. So I'm heading to the Comal to change my point of view. Gonna drink beer in a bottle and probably get real nude. Rent out a tube and ride the chute, who knows just what I'll do. I'm heading to the Comal to forget about you. River, y'all. Thank you very much. This is a story about my grandpa. He was working in his garage one day, sawing up some wood with a skill saw, and he accidentally chopped off his finger. His finger went flying off into the corner, but he had a buddy named Jet Oil. Jet dreamed about being a pilot when he grew up, but well, they rushed him back to the doctor, and the doctor took one look at his hand and said, "Bring me that finger so I can sew it back on." Made for a good song. It's called "Bring Me That Finger." Well, my granddaddy worked in a refinery in Deer Park. Caustic all around, chlorine in his veins. Came home late at night, worked in the garage, sawing things up for getting that ship channel paint. Run back home, Jet. Run as fast as you can. Bring me that finger, bring me that finger. Doc's got the plan. Run back home, Jet. Run like a wild deer. Let's get that finger here. Let's get it here. What's happening out there? Nanny asked. Rudy held up his hand, blood all around. It's gone, 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 he said. Well, she fainted like lead, Jet will rush down the street. Drove him to the doctor. There were mutts all around. Doc cried, go get the finger, it's gotta be found. Back to Golden Acres, Jet did fly. Run back home, Jet. Run as fast as you can. Bring me that finger, bring me that finger. Doc's got the plan. Don't linger with the finger, bring me that finger. And run like a wild deer. Let's get that finger here. Let's get it here. Well, 60 years later, we were sitting at the supper table. Granddaddy's telling stories all night long, all night long. Well, he points that finger straight at me and says, "Son, you're not gonna believe this one. Run back home, Jet. Run as fast as you can. Hey, bring me that finger, bring me that finger. Doc's got the plan. Don't linger with the finger, bring me that finger. And run like a wild deer. Let's get that finger here. Let's get it here." Bring me that finger, 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 bring me that finger. For God's sakes, Jet, don't linger with the finger. Well, this is a song called It's a Lonely Ride. It's about a soldier. Riding through the rain, it's been a long time. I've seen a lot of deserts, a lot of pain. So here's a toast to you and what our love's been through. It's a lonely ride coming home to you. Life whistling by, coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. I dreamed last night in living color of Thanksgiving dinner and your sweet mother. In dreams I live where I want to be, far away from this destiny. It's a lonely ride coming home to you. Life whistling by, coming home to you. Coming home to you. Wake up, Charles, the captain said. The Humvee's here, the time is now. My soul's on ice, heart's full of fear. Pick up the rifle, put on the gear. It's a lonely ride. I wish I was coming home to you. Bullets whistling by, I wish I was coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. Bless our troops out there. Thank you. This is a song about Dairy Queen, y'all. About a friend of mine from New York City, and he decided to move to Texas. Fell in love with the Dairy Queen. I was born in New York City, a child of the Bronx. Every time I turned my head, a horn would honk. They headed out west just to stay alive, so I put my little pony in overdrive. I hear Texarkana, a man with a mission, howling at the moon as if it would listen. Had me some Patron on Greenville Avenue. Loved a little lady till the night was through, but wound up in Hico hunting snakes. Now I'm down at the Dairy Queen drinking my shakes. NYC was not for me, so I turned my sights on the long prairie. You can have all the Snapple in the Big Apple. I'll be down at the Dairy Queen and drinking my shakes. Down at the Dairy Queen drinking my shakes. Hey! At the Coffee Cup there's monster steaks. You can cruise down to Sonic, see the girls on skates. They said go west, then I never came back. But that's alright, mama, pass me that jack. Down at the Dairy Queen drinking my shakes. Down at the Dairy Queen drinking my shakes. Yeah, down at the Dairy Queen drinking my shakes. When pistols are whipping and dopesters are dealing, when brows are a-beating and Madoffs are stealing, when mobsters are mugging and Wall Streets are reeling, I'll be down at the Dairy Queen and drinking my shakes. Down at the Dairy Queen drinking my shakes. Yeah, down at the Dairy Queen drinking my shakes. Dairy Queen song, man. Thank you, Jim. Slow things down a little bit and sing another song about my grandpa. This is my grandpa does a lot of rocking in his rocking chair, so this is a song about him rocking away. Some of the things he says when he's sitting in his rocking chair. I got a worthless cousin, he's high on meth. Brings me chicken noodle, scares me to death. Cute grandbaby's crawling under my leg, and a little Shih Tzu is starting to beg. Hey, that's what I see from my rocking chair. Everybody's rushing here and there, and this old world just don't seem too fair. Well, that's what I see, son, from my rocking chair. I got part of a pig wrapped around my heart. Somebody smuggled me a sweet tart. Blue pajamas from head to toe. Anderson Cooper, you're all I know. That's what I see from my rocking chair. Everybody's rushing here and there, but this whole world just don't seem too fair. Well, that's what I see, son, from my rocking chair. I got a do-right woman, she's by my side. Shiny bald head that I can't hide. The remote control is sitting on my lap. And that sneaky little dog is about to take a. That's what I see from my rocking chair. Everybody's rushing here and there, but this whole world just don't seem too fair. Well, that's what I see, son, from my rocking chair. I've got a big old scar running across my chest. Bury me in my Sunday best. Hey Jay, bring me some hot tamales. I've never seen any as big as dollies. That's what I see from my rocking chair. Everybody's rushing here and there, but this whole world just don't seem too fair. Well, that's what I see, son, from a rocking chair. I need a hot date and a cool beverage. I've got some stocks to offer as leverage. Hey, that's the word from my rocking chair. Anderson Cooper, comb that white hair. That's what Grandpa said, y'all. If you want to write some cool songs, just hang out with your grandpa, you know. That'll just bring a pen and pencil and paper, you know. But it's a story about a fellow who was robbed. He was working at a 7-Eleven and he was held up with a deadly snake. I was working at a 7-Eleven late one night when I was held up with a deadly snake. This dude walked in, looked fresh off the funny farm, with a big old moccasin wrapped around his arm. He looked in my eyes and said, "Not so fast. If you make one move, it'll be your last." I was working at a 7-Eleven late one night when I was held up with a deadly snake. Held up with a deadly snake. You know, the viper was big and the heister was little. I couldn't really argue, my knees were brittle. He didn't possess a stable mind, so I handed him all the cash I could find. I was working at the 7-Eleven late one night when I was held up with a deadly snake. Held up with a deadly snake. I've been robbed with guns, I've been robbed with knives. Had a Colt 44 stuck up my nose. Come out smelling like a rose. But if you want to be a lifer, you don't want to argue with a pit viper. I was working at the 7-Eleven late one night when I was held up with a deadly snake. Held up with a deadly snake. You know the cottonmouth will set the tone. That's a nasty old snake with a mind of its own. Nearly jumped outside of my skin the night I was held up with a deadly snake. Held up with a deadly snake. Wipe down for the snakes, y'all. Especially if you're working somewhere. Well, what do you think? Can we keep going? Okay, one more. Let's give a round of applause for Jay for helping us out with all this stuff. I'm sure he's had a lot of help, a lot of sponsors and lots of people involved. And thanks so much for having me out again. And hope to do it again sometime. Alright, I'm going to close with this one. I'm just a big fan of eating Mexican food, I'll tell you what. I can't stop eating it every day, you know. So, we're sitting around playing the guitar one day with my dad, and we came up with this song. It's about eating Mexican food, called Huevos Rancheros. It's Friday night in Miguelitos, cold beer and Hornitos, hot night on the patio, muy grande, riendo. When there ain't no more Tecate, I'ma call up my posse, make some Huevos Rancheros, Huevos Rancheros, Huevos Rancheros. I ain't no fan of English muffin, and French toast don't get my lovin'. At the end of the night, it seems only right to think about love and my big appetite. Hey, I'm a Texan, tried and true. Only one breakfast will do. Make some huevos rancheros. Huevos rancheros. Huevos rancheros. Fire up the skillet and chop up the panos, fresh corn tortillas and guajillos, cheddar here, serrano there, habanero if you dare. Huevos rancheros. Huevos rancheros. Huevos rancheros. Thanks for having me out, y'all. Watch out, mama. It's a huevos attack. Watch your leg, mama. Too much habanero. Thank you. Oh, also I wanted to mention I do have CDs. They're $10 each, and I do accept credit cards. We've got modern technology now, so if anyone wants to buy with a credit card, that's fine. So thanks so much, y'all, the North Texas Songwriter Festival, for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, that's it for tonight, folks. We're going to be here tomorrow at 2 o'clock, take it till about 9 tomorrow night. We've got 25 more performers, Robin Hackett, Grammy-nominated artist, and also Mark David Manders. So hope to see y'all here. And if you'd like to continue the fun and music, Lowbrows next door will be open for another 2 hours, and I understand there's a whole bunch of songwriters over there jamming right now. So if you're not through partying, let's go to Lowbrows.